The question is that working in a big company, things go slowly. And you asked me, what do I do the 1 or 2 weeks? I said it. It is
Yeah.
completely different company by company. So your was worse. Worse means you did not have any honeymoon. You did not have any party time to even enjoy anything because he gave you the task immediately. The first 2 days.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
Well, so let me explain a little bit about what was the first day like, right? If you could give me like 3, 4 minutes, let me just go over it. So the first thing when I went to work, right? They walked me in, and he gave me a schedule. He gave me paperwork. In that paperwork, there was a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day plan already written out. What they expect from me in this time period. This is also the question I asked on the interview too. So I don't know if that populated this one, but whatever. They gave me the 60-day, 90-day plan, and then they handed me a schedule, which is schedule set up for full 2 weeks. Everything they want me to do, every meetings they want me to attend. So the whole 9 hours was scheduled until the 14th. So I brought that schedule on my table, and then I saw like they want me to do self-study. They want me to meet with this person at that time, the breaks at that time, and then they want me to meet another person at that time. So this was the schedule, how it was set up until the 14th of February. So whole 2 weeks of schedule totally set up already. Um, then a couple of meetings I'll talk about is that some meetings where they came and showed me the website, like the website I'll be working with the web page of the software. They gave me a walkthrough on everything, and showed me how things works, and then a couple meetings with the coworkers and this and that. I would say the first day is more relaxing than I anticipated. I thought, what is it gonna be like? Well, and this and that, but it was more relaxing. It was like more meeting with the people, more getting to know the company, and they're not testing you on the first day or anything. But as I say, it's a startup. They really need somebody to work there. So my first day, I was assigned 3 tasks already, and the CTO came. I mean my manager came at 4:30 or around 4, and he was asking, "Let me see if you can take care of this task." So so what I did was I was already at the end of the day. So this is a totally normal thing to ask, right? The more you deal with this thing, the more you will learn. I was like, this is already at the end of the day. I don't want to start with the new project. Is it fine to work with it next day? And then he was like, yeah, sure, it's fine. Because they also know it is not the norm to assign somebody work at the end of the day. So they gave me some tasks, and then I prepare. I mean, not Coachable. Well, I mean, these things that don't have any basis on this. Like, there's nothing there to work with. They just gave me tasks. Coachable was like, yeah, it's a this is how startup art. This is how TS4 is too. We don't really maintain all that. It's just whenever you need to do something, get on it and just do it. So then he yelled at me for a couple minutes. He was like, he said, ask the question. Ask the right question, and then he told me to ask some questions, which was something I have learned. But this is stuff you forget when you're nervous. So then I went back next day, asked them some questions, and then they gave me some document, provided me more. Then I was able to complete some tasks on the second day.
Yep. So again, he got nervous basically at the evening because he was given to task to the bug, and they're very straightforward. I read one line, and they don't have any documentation. Nothing is fault. Nothing. That's how we run. Basically, how we run. As I told him, look, I said this is okay. That's how we run. This is the nature of the startup, basically. So I said, you ask this question, this question, this question, you should be fine. But he got nervous. I said, no, this is very easy. So the second day, things become normal. Because of course, the manager, you ask him question, that's his expectation. If you expect him to tell you, okay, ask me this question, well, that's the problem. Because that's not that he hired you for. That's he hired you, you should ask the common sense question. You should ask what do you need, right? So I said, okay, do you have any existing test cases? And then he found out there is no test cases. Do you have existing documentation? No, we don't have anything else. So I said, well, that's the good sign. Anytime you will do anything else, you always follow the process. So now you're establishing a good process and your own work ethics. It can take time, that's fine. Let him to tell you, okay, you don't need to follow this. but you follow your best quality expectation so that you build your own foundation and everybody look at you, okay, he's a good QA, he has all the process he needs. Now we can accept or we can say, follow our way. So it did work out and things are very easy. It's not that complicated. So again, control your emotion, being coachable, that's all matter. Because the application is, to me, it's just a piece of cake. Literally piece of cake. But for him, it's a complex because he's nervous. He knows all of this. He did test here everything else because he's bright, right? But the problem is he's nervous. He doesn't know how to put together all these things together. So again, my 2 minutes is the prescribed or 2, 3 question. You just know why I'm asking and you just deliver them because I am working behind the scene. You are just delivering my work. That's how we actually prepare you and put you in the right place in your job.
Yeah, and then those tests they assigned, they had no comments or nothing. It was just like they're speaking in their language. So when I asked them that, like, how do I even understand where's the test case and everything on the next day Scrum meeting, they asked the people, the developers and stuff, like, hey, there's a new guy working here. Make sure you guys write those with more details. Make sure you guys write notes, comments, and everything. And then they actually fixed those. So the next day when I was reading those, I was able to understand, what's going on.
That is correct. And we saw nothing. And he has a fully right to be nervous because I understand the moment I read one line, because if I read the title, I know what they're looking for. So the next day, they put the acceptance criteria. They put the what are the issues, mean objective going on, and they put the acceptance criteria. So again, his question raised the team, guys, be more meaningful because this new guy, he has no clue what we are saying. You are saying something he doesn't know. But if you want him to qualify your work and give a green signal to go production, you need to tell more details. So they did it. And they actually set up time with him, meet with him more details to get what you need.